Playing games on the hardest difficulty. It's scary for most, intriguing for some, but for a few, it's the only right way to play. In this series, I play suggested games on the hardest difficulty levels and see if I can get to the end credits. No matter how many times I die, I'll always come back stronger. Will I beat the challenge, or will the game finally break me? Watch until the end, where I reveal how many times I died during the challenge. Like, subscribe, and let's get it. So, I decided to play Outlast on Nightmare difficulty, because nothing is more healthy than being willingly hunted by naked psychopaths. The game starts with me, Miles, a journalist who breaks into the Mount Massive Asylum. Apparently I have read one suspicious email about the place, and I'm ready to risk my life. For some reason, I have decided to visit the place at night. I drive up the mountain to the middle of nowhere and see the asylum. The place really looks like it's ready to traumatize someone. Of course I grab my trusty camcorder, because you know, if I die horribly and painfully, at least I have some footage of it. I erase all the inappropriate videos I made at home and head for the asylum. This camera is super great because the batteries last like 45 seconds at a time. And yeah, on Nightmare difficulty, I'm limited to 2 batteries at a time. 2 batteries! My guy cannot carry more than 2 batteries. What the hell? And I didn't know that before I started the playthrough. Anyways, since the door on this private property was locked, I head for the window. I'm not sure what kind of journalist clearance I have, but I'm sure I'm way over my head here. The place seems to be poorly maintained, since the lights go out as soon as I enter. Also, the TV turns on by itself. Someone should really look into this place. I grab the battery to fill out my pockets and follow the bloodstains. After that, I jump to the air vents like it's my business to be here and see one of the local residents. I still don't know what Miles is doing here all by himself. And playing on the Nightmare difficulty? Jesus Christ. At this point, most of the people would call it quits and leave the place, but not Miles. He's here to uncover the truth. The librarian is taking a break, but I still engage the dialogue. He tells me I can unlock the main door from the security control. I don't know why I cannot just backtrack the way I came from. But hey, otherwise there wouldn't be a game.
You have to get the fuck out of this terrible place.
Naturally, in true horror game fashion, I ignore all advices. Then I meet Chris Walker, this massive behemoth of a man who looks like he eats journalists for protein. He grabs me by the neck and throws me down like a sack of potatoes. When I wake up, I meet Father Martin, who's rocking the haircut from Breaking Bad. He tells me I'm the Dragonborn and need to take out Alduin. That's gonna be a hard task since I cannot even take out the trash. Now begins my quest for survival, also known as running, hiding, and crying softly into my camcorder. Before I advance, I try to take a piss. But this was kinda unfortunate. Will is already parked in his usual spot, and these guys are watching the TV show as always. So I decide to hit the moonwalk to say hello to my old friend. This goddamn guy, always with the jokes. I finally make my way to the security room. While I'm waiting for the slowest system of all time to activate, the father someone cuts down the lights. I see a big shadow moving towards me, and I already know who it is. Luckily I'm a seasoned veteran with Outlast, so I already know how to handle the situation. Case in point right here. Good for me, the next try goes much more cleanly, and I won't get ripped to pieces. After the fat ugly bastard is gone, I make my way towards the basement. Disregarding the difficulty level of this playthrough, this place is still tough. I always get lost in here. I don't know what it is, even though I've been here several times, but still I get lost. Every time. I just cannot find those goddamn valves. Surprisingly I find all of them, but the naked people are after me. I run like the wind and hide in a cabinet. I'm sure they won't find me. I don't know how these guys won't catch me since I run into a room where there's only one bed. And guess where I'm hiding? I don't know which one of us is more confused about this situation. I hit the button and get the hell out of here. The security room should be up and running by now, so I make my way there. But just as I'm about to log into my old school RuneScape account, someone grabs me from behind.
I'm sorry, my son.
He calls me his son, but he doesn't look like my father, although I have no clue what my father looked like. I wake up in a claustrophobic cell. Luckily I have my camcorder to keep me company. I guess they didn't want to take it after all. I crawl around the cell for way too long, until one of the patients lets me out. This place really reminds me of Sonar from season 3 of Prison Break. This poor bastard tries to steal my camera, and I make sure to take the evidence for the police. After that I meet the twins for the first time. We have a lovely chat. Just lovely times.
I would like to kill him. As would I.
Here's the first time the Nightmare difficulty really started to be a pain in the ass, because I'm running out of battery, and there's nothing I can do about it. I need the night vision. Luckily I beat that part fast and continue my prison escape. The twins have disappeared, but I'm not too worried about it. They were lovely people.
Wait until I finish.
After taking a lovely shower, I move to the darkness. I don't know which one is more scary, this part or the flashing low battery light. On the way to the security room, I demonstrate my level 99 sneak. Unfortunate for me, I disturb the security guard during his working hours, and he's not too happy about this.
Is that you?
I go back to apologize, but I guess he's not ready to forgive me yet. I hit the button and he hits me with the knife. Sounds like a fair deal to me, but for some reason the third party intervenes and gets the final kill. I will complain about this. After sending the email to corporate, I move on. It's time for the twins to show me their best Shining impression. I don't pay much attention to the dialogues, but I guess they want my tongue and liver.
His tongue and his liver.
I try to go provide what they wanted, but yet again they disappear. What the hell, guys? I try to look for them from the security feed, but I cannot find them. After that, I head to the prison inside the asylum. The big guy is already here having a good time. This part is hard because I never remember where to go. So I just try every single door and hope for the best. I run to the twins again and decide to show them my parkour trick. Surprisingly, they are not impressed. I reach another security room. Somehow I remember this place and I think that something bad is gonna happen. I hit the button to activate the showers again, and what do you know? The big guy again. I know I should probably run by now, but hey, you cannot get this sort of footage from anywhere else. He breaks the window, and I break the internet with this clip. I'm lucky that the fat ass cannot climb to the air vents. After hiding in the air vents for 5 milliseconds, I jump down. He's probably gone by now. I like how he bangs the door and tries to break it even though the door was opened a minute ago. Well, I'm sure he cannot get through this. Just as I'm about to escape, I find out that the big guy had planted a bomb beforehand. He ain't so stupid after all. Luckily I land to something soft. Let's continue. I don't know how the big guy figured out that I'm still alive, but yeah, he's down here with me. Since I know that I can outrun him, I decide to just go for it. And a note to myself, do not taunt the guy. He'll break you. He will break you. He has a little jump scare I definitely didn't remember. I still don't know if the prison is the smartest place to be at, since all the inmates can see me and they reveal my location by screaming. Here I also noticed that all of the inmates look identical. I ask some of the inmates how their day is going, but one of them decides to try to abuse me. Luckily, one of the guys wants to add more years to their sentence and decides to help me out. I wanna go in and say thank you, but the door is locked. This place doesn't seem so bad. Only $2,000 in New York City. Time to fill out my pockets again. Also, one of these inmates tried to feel me from behind, but I'm not in the mood. I finally get out of there and escape through the ladies' bathroom. This leads me down to the sewers. I still don't know how I know where to go. When I get to the next area, the game conveniently prompts me to find the 2 valves to flush out the water. It's nice that the game gives you this info, since I'm a journalist. How would I know that? I find one and I find trouble. I find the second one and this time hide from the trouble. I escape down this dark sewer, but I still cannot figure out the logic behind this, since I've never been here. How do I know where to go? And why did I choose to go here? At least I got away from the big guy, right? In the next room, I find one of the mutants who is partially still with us, and he proceeds to yap me to death. I go even deeper until I find the bedrock. This place is infected by these disgusting creatures. I need to take a shower. I also hear a lot of disturbing sounds behind this door, but still for some reason I try to open it. And yes, this wasn't the first time during the playthrough I did this. I did it all the time. And here comes the worst part of the playthrough. This is the one I've been dreading about. The water part isn't too bad, but the only issue here is that the game can stun lock you to this level, since you don't know where to go. It's horrible. I've been there. You've been there. Admit it. Admit it. Please subscribe if you found the way out of here. When I finally get out of there, I think I can have a moment for myself. But hey, it's Outlast. And of course, I continue my usual business. What is wrong with me? After taking some footage to my only Outlast, it's time to continue. I use a considerable amount of time just goofing around even though I need to get out of here. Some of the mutants are trying to get in, so I make sure to close the door softly so they won't hear me. This hospital part is funny since it's one of the most scariest part of the game on the first playthrough, but now I know there's nothing here, so I just run past. I tell this guy to be quiet and don't alert the other mutants, but he has other plans. What follows is an epic chase sequence. Luckily there's conveniently these iron cabinets I can use to block the doors, and I thought that journalists are the only people who are godless. Here I also realized that the enemies cannot get inside, so why not listen to the chase music for a while. I hit one last emote and jump to safety. There's just no giving up to these guys. When I go hide in this room, I hear a mysterious voice. Some dude tries to help me and sends the slowest elevator of all time. I of course make the scene as dramatic as possible. I'm sure I'm safe now.
Neither a choice here, buddy.
What happens next is just disgusting stuff. You should be arrested. I don't know which one is more terrifying. He's stealing my camera, this whole place, or what I see next. I try to escape passionately, but there's no use. Here we go, just like in my childhood. Just close your eyes and pretend you're somewhere else.
You paying attention?
Don't pass that on me.
Seeing my fingers made me realize that now I can never get married or shoot my wife. I also let my guy suffer for as long as the game allows me to. Finally the game automatically breaks me free. After taking a piss, I grab my camcorder. No matter what happened to me, I guess things could have been worse. I try to leave, but the doctor gives me a little jump scare. Man, he's really going for it. Luckily, I bust out the 1000 IQ move. I'm sure he won't find me again. I can take a piss in peace.
Hold up there, buddy. I'll be right with you.
The doctor proceeds to give me the treatment several times. I find the key to the elevator and get the hell out of there. The doctor busts in and tells me that he'll do everything he can to save me. Good man.
I'm not giving up on you.
We have an absolutely marvelous battle that ends with a satisfying result. Now there's one less guy to worry about. I also see the exit from here. But hey, in true horror game fashion, I'll do nothing about it. There's literally zero effort. I'd rather continue wandering these dark halls. I finally find the guy I was looking for, and he thanks God that I survived. Buddy, can't you see my fingers? He tells me to meet him outside, but of course doesn't tell me how to get there. I proceed to wander aimlessly for around 30 minutes. After a while, I find this guy who has set the place on fire. He must be professional, since he's only lit up the furniture and not the whole place. How many goddamn valves do I need to turn on this game? Seriously, the big guy shows to tell me fuck you and your escape, and we proceed to play hide and seek for way too long. I'm finally able to sneak past him and find the stupid valve. The water puts out the fire, and now I can finally get to outside where the father is waiting me. There's nothing standing in my way anymore. I kid you not, that was one of the few jump scares from this game I didn't remember, and I nearly shat myself. After changing my underwear, I finally head outside. When the game tells me to look for Father Martin from here, I'm tempted to look for the quit the playthrough button. After wandering to a point where I almost lost my sanity, I finally find the place to go. But hey, trouble ahead. No thank you, see ya later. I make sure to reload the camera to capture my parkour skills. Every time Miles dies, he gets a full camera battery. He sure settles for less. Hallelujah, I find the way out of here. God damn it. I hit the 360 around this thing in the yard and run for safety. On the way to safety, I make sure to give the big guy the old how do you do. Also, the game prompts me to find Father Martin from the female ward. I don't know what kind of disturbing things he's doing there, and how do I know that he's in there. But hey, okay. On the way, I pick up this soaked battery. I'm sure my camera can handle it. When I finally get there, Father Martin is upstairs. I don't know what kind of game he's playing, but I'm starting to dislike the guy. He tells me to get to the upper floor, but gives me zero instructions. Damn you, Father Martin. Damn you. I make the jump of a lifetime, but I'm thinking, how did Father Martin get there? He's an old man after all. I need to find 3 fuses to get the laundry chute open to get the key inside. Unfortunate for me, the fuses are scattered around the area, and every time I die, they respawn to their original spot. The residents weren't too keen about me snooping around here, so they gave me immediate feedback. Hiding and getting the fuses isn't the problem, but getting absolutely blasted over and over and coughing off blood, that's the real issue. Even though I try my usual maneuvers, eventually you just run out of room. Not gonna lie, this was the first time when the nightmare difficulty really stunlocked me to a level. On the next try, I actually managed to insert the fuses to the box, but the bad guy inserts his knife to my guts as well. Of course I wanna do that all again. Of course, back to the usual business. Then I go for the guard run. I grab the first one like a boss, steal the second one, fill out my pockets with batteries, and get the third one. One last big brain move, and I'm getting the hell out of here. Of course, after all that, I won't get the key right away, but the whole thing falls to the floor below. Fuck me. I go downstairs and ask for some instructions. I proceed to wander again for way too long. I even look at my freaking notes to figure out where I need to go. This is how desperate I was. Oh, what do you know? There it is. When I'm heading outside, this guy just for some reason aggroes me. I still don't know why. He's been there the whole game. Thanks a lot, pal. You wanna see a 1 million IQ move? Here you go. Of course the game didn't intend for you to do this, so you get stunlocked to this tiny stairway. The guy gets super mad for me making a fool of him, so I jump to safety. I still have no clue how I survived that with the nightmare difficulty. He hit me like 5 times. I really hope Father Martin likes Dizzy and Almost Dead. When I'm trying to find Father Martin, I run to the twins again. Since I don't know where to go, I think the best course of action is just to follow them. Would you look at that? We're actually advancing. Of course, being a fat-ass office worker, I bungle the jump. And look what happens. Jesus Christ. Just when I was about to get out of here. And of course, I need that goddamn camcorder to navigate in the darkness. Like you couldn't make do something. Oh god, okay. Well, so of course, instead of just leaving the place, I go look for the camcorder. This is truly the type of shit that gets you killed in horror movies. God fucking damn it, why am I here? After shitting my pants again, I conveniently find the camcorder from the table. Please get out of here now? Question mark. I guess not. I run like the wind and just escape the guys. That was close. I also find out that now my expensive camera is completely busted. There goes one salary again. Please, for the love of God, make it. Of course, Father Martin has decided to teleport to the administration block. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Can you fucking stay put at one place? On my way there, I ran into my old friend again. Hello, how you doing? I managed to bamboozle him with the oldest trick in the book and get the hell out of here. Another air vent for the rescue. When I finally get to the elevator, they tell me that the key I need is in the theater behind the light. Is that really the most convenient place for the key? This must be a joke, so I try to open the door. Luckily, I ran faster in these narrow corridors. I don't know which theater had the better atmosphere. This one or the premiere of the Disney's new Snow White. Definitely this one. Definitely. I go to the operator to request a movie, but he tells me to get fucked or fuck off. Either way, I sneak inside and get the key. And yet again, Father Martin has decided to hit the teleport button. Fuck this guy. When I'm heading out, the twins are trying to get inside. So I hide flawlessly. They'll never see me. I swear to God, while I'm making this commentary and I watch the footage, it's making me angry. I need another key. How many keys are there? Here we go again. Enjoy. Ah, here we are. I'm glad that didn't take long. Okay, we're moving on. Inside, I find this message on the wall that reminds me of the feedback I get from work when I'm trying to call in sick. I also find another message that refers to my last time asking for a pay raise. When I arrive to the next room, the twins are no longer aggroing me, and this whole scene is kinda disturbing. I don't know what's going on here. Father Martin seems to be tired of all the teleporting and is now nailed to a cross. He tells me that the mutants are no longer attacking me, which is good, but then he blasts himself. See you later, Father Martin. I enjoy the fire for a little while and say goodbye to my dear friends. I finally activate the elevator. The ride downstairs feels like it takes forever. The elevator takes me down to a Father Martin's secret sex dungeon that resembles a ice giant's asshole. He has a lobby and security and everything. What kind of disturbing stuff happened here? He even has the YouTube's algorithm in here. Who was this guy? While I'm trying to be a ghostbuster, the ghost spawns in and busts inside me. The ghost wants to go for a round 2, so I run away scared. But I guess there's someone else who wants the piece of the pie. The fat ass and the ghost bro have an epic battle about who gets to abuse me first. I think it's clear who won. I also find one of Father Martin's sex slaves down here. The old man is still alive and kicking. While I'm trying to get to the last area of the game, I proceed to get pummeled by the ghost a couple of times. Thank God I finally managed to escape. The ghost isn't too happy about this. Okay, here we go, the grand final. Time to turn off one last valve. That better be the most glorious valve of all time. Down here there's also this guy who has been attached to the Hangover Curve 5000. I thought that that machine was only in development. Here we go, the last valve. I'll turn it with passion. The ghost thing starts to chase me again, and I run away to the other side like I would have been here before. If only I could bungle the jump and lose the camcorder again. That would be great. Here we go, turn that shit off. And what do you know? Just when Miles was about to succeed. The ghost has the most overpowered and busted moveset, and the attacks are impossible to dodge, so I'm surely taking some damage here. I just gotta hope that I can tank it out. When I finally get down, I slam my fingerless hand to the sensor, and somehow it still activates. The guy starts twisting like his balls were itching, and I get it all on camera. Also, the ghost joins me on the crowd. I scream in agony when the ghost finally goes inside me and penetrates my body. And finally, the best objective of the whole game. I make my way slowly but surely towards the exit, but as you know, for the reasons I cannot completely explain yet, these guys show up and kill Miles for one last time. So this is how I beat Outlast on the Nightmare difficulty. If you wanna try this yourself, if you're like me and you even kinda know where you need to go, that'll help you tremendously. But I promise you, you will die on the way.